Welcome to Introduction to Computer Application 5091, Lecture 6 in the series Headers and Footers. As the title suggests, today we'll learn how to use header and footer in a Microsoft Word document. But before we move on, let's see what is a header and a footer in a Microsoft Word document and why would you want to use them. So for today's lecture, I have this sample document which I have formatted into different sections. We have already seen what a section break is and how to divide a document into different sections, and I have used one of the design themes available in Microsoft Word, and I have applied styles to each of my section. For example, this part of my document is formatted as a title, this part is formatted as a subtitle, and so on. So you might notice that on each page there's an unused space on the top of the document, and similarly there's an unused space at the bottom of the document. The top of the document is called the header and the bottom of the document is called the footer, and these regions are used to display information such as page numbers, chapter names, authors, etc., or they can be left empty at will. So let's see how to insert a header. What you have to do is simply click the Insert tab and go to the Header and Footer section and click on the Header button. One of the many custom available headers will appear. You can even go online and check other options available. For now, I will use the most simplest one. You will notice that a new tab has opened by the name Design, and it shows you options that you can apply to format your header. Let's just type in our custom header. I'll call it my first header in MS Word. And you will see in the Design tab there is a section called Navigation. This can be used to move between a header and a footer. I'll go ahead and type my first footer in MS Word. And similarly, you can use the next and previous button to navigate between next footers or previous footers. So click the Close button and you notice that the Design tab has gone, and on each page there is a custom footer and a custom header that you just typed in. So go ahead and try this out. You have already seen how to insert a header and a footer in your Microsoft Word document. Let's move on and insert some page numbers. Simply go to the Insert tab under the Header and Footer section, click the Page Number button, and there will be a drop-down menu with many options available on where you want to insert your page number. Let's go ahead and select one of the basic options available. We'll insert a page number on the right side of our page at the bottom, and you'll see that our footer has changed. Instead of our custom footer, it has created a page number footer, and you always have the option to change that. Click Close and you'll see on every page now you have a page number. Okay, so we have inserted page numbers in our document, but the first page of the document, which usually the title of the document, it doesn't look nice to have a page number there. I have taken the liberty to increase the size of or the font of the page number so that it's available in this video section. You can take this as a challenge and do it in the exercise on how to change the font of the page number that you have inserted. But for now, let's see how to remove the page number from the first page of your document. So go to the footer And the easy way to go to a footer is to double click at the footer section. The design tab will automatically appear, and you will see under the options section there's a checkbox labeled different first page. Go ahead and click, and it will remove all the header and footer which were inserted in all of your document. So now there is no header or footer in your title page. You may click close and see the result. So there is no page number on the title page, but the page number does start from the title page. Sometimes there might be a situation where you want a different header or a footer on different sections. For example, when inserting an appendix in your document or an index, you may want the page numbers to have a Roman numbering rather than the normal decimal numbering, or you may want to have a different header on different sections. So to achieve that, you need to disconnect these headers from the rest of the headers. So for example, our table of content page might not necessarily have the same header as the rest of the document. So you need to go to the section that follows the table of content section and click link to previous button in the navigation pane. So you'll notice that the label same as previous has now disappeared, but you'll notice in the subsequent sections the label is still present. So now the rest of the sections will follow the header formatting of the prologue section, but they will not follow the format of the table of contents header. So I can click the table of content header and change it to something else. For example, let's say table of contents, and if I zoom out, you will notice that only the header on the table of contents section is changed, and rest of the headers, they follow the header of the prologue section. Similarly, you may not want to start page numbering from the table of contents section, so you can click here, go to the page number section and select format page numbers. Here you have this option of continue from the previous section and another option that says start at. You can say I want to start at 1 from here. Click OK. You will see the page numbers after the prologue section. They start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Let us see how to insert a chapter name or chapter number in your header section. To do so, you must first make sure that all your chapter headings follow one style and one style only. In my case, that's heading 1. And you must also make sure that no other part of the document is using this style. And thirdly, you must make sure that all your chapters are broken down into section. To begin, click the header section to reveal the design tab. In the design tab, there is an insert group. Select quick parts, go to the field option. A new window will open with the title field. Scroll down and select style reference. It's at the very bottom, and click the formatting that you used for your chapter heading. In my case, it was heading 1, and click OK. you will notice that all the headers now include the chapter title in them. So now as you change the title, the header is updated automatically. You don't need to edit the header again and again. So in this case I inserted a new line here, so that's why it's only displaying chapter 1. I can remove this new line, and now you can see the header is automatically updated with the chapter title.